2026 Speaker Buyer Guide. Which brand specifically is our favorite across all price points? I mean, we're gonna be talking about everything from $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to $500,000. We're gonna get into my personal favorite brand and all of the different series within it. Let's go, guys. Welcome back, Dreamedia family. So today we're gonna deep dive on speakers. There's so many amazing brands, guys. How do I choose? How do I choose the one? Well, we got a variety of different speaker manufacturers to choose from. Some of my favorite right now are gonna be RBH. So the RBH speakers that we have featured in this room are actually featuring an AMT tweeter, which is very similar to like a folded motion tweeter. Maybe even we could compare that to a ribbon tweeter, and they have aluminum woofers. Great product. Those tweeters, those AMT tweeters is what I love. They are clean at low level output all the way to reference level playback. Like I had my formal the other day going at like 120 dB, about blew my ears out, and it could go. I had plenty of headroom. So that's kind of scary, but it's also absolutely epic. So RBH is great, but it's not my favorite for all around, all price points, guys. So I'm gonna give you a couple more. Perlisten. Guys, Perlisten, they've been kind of taking the industry by storm. You've seen me put in a ton of Perlisten systems. It's featuring something very unique. Again, why I love it. So Perlisten actually has something called a DPC array, directivity pattern control. It's narrowing your dispersion on your horizontal, actually your vertical listening plane. So they're saying that it performs better in more rooms by helping, kind of like, you know, with our waveforming technology, kind of cancel out the sound, hone in on our sweet spot, right? And what's really cool is they have beryllium tweeters and TechStream woofers. So primo makeup. In addition to, I would say, besides those two brands, my other favorite, and probably my all-time favorite, number 3 speaker manufacturer is, we got them up here, Focal, baby. So Focal, you guys know I love you. These speakers are made in France with their trickle-down technology. These are not some speakers that are being made in China and, you know, relabeled somewhere. This is quality manufacturing trickled down for years of French engineering. Even like, as an example, they have very proprietary technologies such as like their flax woofers, which is something that they have there in France readily available, and it makes their woofers very rigid yet responsive. So I think it's cool that they're not just following the crowd. They really have taken their time, and it's because they are an industry leader, to make one of the best, the absolute best speakers, an iconic speaker that will perform at hi-fi shows for the next 100 years. You know, all of the Focal Utopia line, all the way down to like the Sopra and the Canta and the Aria. There's just so many different box speakers that they offer that are so beautifully built, like not just good sounding speakers, but beautifully well-built, well-crafted speakers. It's like a sports car, right? Like, you don't only want it to sound good, but if you're doing box speakers, it better look good. It better be a statement in the piece, so in the place. So Focal tower speakers, bookshelf speakers have always been kind of well-reviewed and well-known throughout the entire world as an audiophile's choice. Which is why I was so interested in Focal early on. And then once I finally visited one of their booths at CEDIA, I think it was like 2018 or something. Gosh, it's been 8 years now we've been selling Focal. But the Focal speakers have blown my mind at their reference level speakers, like the Utopia series. We even have Utopia series in wall. If you're interested in that, check out the 1000 series, IWLCR Utopia. Oh, God, I just die for that speaker. And they're modular too, so you can get more bass modules and add it to the stack, top and bottom, or on the bottom fronts, or all the way around to make your bass blend better with your mid bass into your high frequency, ensuring that you have the full frequency response range. Whereas a lot of subwoofers are really, you know, they'll perform well in like the, you know, lower hertz range. Like I have infrasonic subs that are only designed to do like 4 hertz to 15 hertz. And then I have subs that are really specifically designed for like, you know, 12 to 30 hertz. And then we got like your normal 10 and 12 inch subs that do wonderful in the 20 to 80 hertz range. So it's important to pick the appropriate subwoofer. And I like with their in-walls that we have the ability to add that bass module to our in-wall speakers to ensure we have full range for a high performance system throughout the whole room. And then we add dedicated subs from other brands. That is the one weak point of Focal. Because they're an audiophile brand and like typically stereophiles were never into subwoofers, I don't like their subs. I'm sorry, Focal. Don't be mad at me. The subs are not the best, unfortunately, but they have a huge speaker line, guys. I just reviewed some of the tower speakers and bookshelf speakers. Now let's talk about what we sell the most here at Dreamedia every single day, like in volume, which is their architectural in-wall lifestyle speakers. Very similar to the RBHs that we have here, but a little bit different build. These speakers are meant to really satisfy the customer at all different price points, whether it is, let's start up there at the Focal 1000 series in-wall speakers. The Focal 1000 series in-wall speakers are absolutely incredible. You have a variety of options to choose from, and they have a speaker specifically for every single scenario and every single location for our sophisticated multi-channel surround sound configuration. So what I mean is, like with the Focal 1000, we have the Focal 1000 IWLCR Utopias, massive, huge speakers at the front of the room, and I typically use those for my front sound stage or for my entire bed layer. And then we have the Focal 1000 series IW sub that you can attach that I was just talking about. We need some on screens, guys. Let's attach those right to the bottom. So that's the 1000 series front sound stage. What I like is they also have, for our surrounds, you can use the Focal 1000 IWLCR 6, which is a smaller brother to the 1000 Utopia. And you can use those for your surrounds and your surround rears, or you can use the Focal 1000 IW6, which is just a mono speaker. And that would be perfect for surrounds and surround rears if you're breaking the budget and you can't do the full Utopias or the LCRs all the way around. I do like that all of these speakers have a rotatable tweeter. And on the 1000 LCRs, they actually have a whole tweeter mid-bass array that you can rotate inward for like wides or your fronts that are too close to a corner. You can kind of help enhance the audio that way. They also have in-ceiling speakers, such as the A6, 1000 A6, which is my favorite. They have a standard in-ceiling as well, but the A6 is my top pick because it's aimable. You guys hear me talk about this in all my videos. It's really critical that we have proper speaker placement, but also that we directionally point our audio towards our listening area. I can't tell you how many times I see these builders just throw 3 speakers for our front soundstage in the ceiling with some mono speakers firing at the ground. And we wonder why it sounds terrible. I literally made a video the other day called, I can't hear the dialogue because the guy couldn't hear the dialogue, and I get that complaint like every single day. So directional speakers are critical if you're not doing box speakers and aiming them, or elevation speakers and aiming them at your listening area. Now let's talk about the 300 series. So you have the beryllium inverted dome tweeters over there on our 1000 series, guys. That's the cream of the crop. That's the same, you know, beryllium is what we had on those Perlistens as well. Different type of array, don't get me wrong, but still quality, right? One of the best and most expensive materials that you can buy. In addition, now that we go down to our 300 series, which is the next step down from the 1000 in the architectural home series, you're going with an aluminum magnesium inverted dome tweeter and a flax woofer that I talked about earlier. This is my like go-to, my favorite speaker, period. Because when you go down from 300 to 100, you get a huge reduction in technology and quality. Whereas the 300 series does feature their proprietary tech that you see in a lot of their tower speakers with their trickle-down technology. And you can even pair together the tower speakers like from the Aria series with the Aria Evo X is the new model. You can pair those with in walls and in ceilings to maintain the exact same tonal balance throughout your system and ensure all of your speakers are timbre matched. It makes a big difference, guys. 300 series has LCRs, the IW LCR6s. They can have magnetic grills, you know, rotatable tweeter mid-bass array, just wonderfully built speaker. They also have the 300 IW6 in wall, which is a mono speaker, very similar to the 1000 series, just with the 300 series makeup. And then just like the 1000 series, they also have in ceiling Dolby Atmos speakers or whole house audio speakers. I am specifically kind of targeting home theater guys and discussing home theater, but I use Focal as my like go-to for whole homes. And any of you guys who are Dreamedia customers and have consulted with us, you probably have a Focal somewhere in your house or throughout the entire home. Because I can do like 100 series speakers in rooms that don't matter. I can do 300 series in rooms that are a little bit more important, like family rooms and theaters. And then like for people who are ready to do a reference level system, high performance theater, the 1000 series fits the bill. They're not cheap speakers. Those 1000 Utopias come in at $8 grand and they are incredible for the money. I mean, Focal's brand recognition is world renowned, so you don't really need to believe me. Okay, so let's take a minute and review the lineup. We talked about the 1000 series with the beryllium tweeter. We have the 300 series that has the aluminum magnesium. These are all inverted dome tweeters, in addition to slightly different woofer makeups. It does matter, guys. And the next series is the 100 series. This is pretty standard speaker, I would say. It's good quality, but it's nothing like crazy high-end, right? It's an affordable speaker. These speakers are like 300 bucks each. But the Focal 100 series does have a full lineup to choose from, so I can build a proper theater, as well as I can do outdoor entertainment and whole house audio, as well as a living room 5.1, all with the same brand. The 100 series features an LCR. They have the IW LCR5, as well as they have the IW6s and the IW8s, and then they have the in ceilings, just like the 300 series. They have the 6, the 8-inch, and then they have an aimable 6. They do not have an aimable 6 in the 100 series. So in the Focal 300 series, they have the Focal 300 ICA 6. Whereas when you go down to the 100 series, you do not have the ability for aimable speakers. You can rotate the tweeter a little bit, but that woofer is firing straight down, which could pose an issue if you're looking, if your level of expectation is up here. But there's a time and a place, right? The brand as a whole is my favorite because, as I said at the beginning of this video, I can target with the 100 series a under $10,000 theater with a basic 5.1.2 by barely affecting our budget and still leaving plenty for a nice Epson LS12000 or LS9000 4K 3 LCD technology projector, and maybe like a 120-inch screen, a Denon AVR like a 2800 or a 3800. You kind of get the direction I'm heading. These are quality brands at a good price point, right? Then we go to our 300 series, and we're gonna be looking more at like that theater that's like 20 to 30 grand, right? Depending on your channel count configuration. So pretty significant price jump, but also massive performance jump. These are very efficient speakers and they don't require a ton of amplification, but if you can do separates at this point, once you get into the 300 series, I would highly recommend it. Separates mean that you have a separate processor and you have a separate amplifier. This is what all of our customers do eventually. once you've like thrown out a few AVRs, which is the all-in-one unit, the receiver, you're like, man, I'm getting sick of throwing these things away. So higher end systems, you're gonna grab that multi-channel amp. A good one is the Marantz AV10 or the Amp 10. If you want to go down in channel count to 13 instead of 16, the AV20 and Amp 20 are kind of my go-tos, in addition to the Trinnov Altitude 16 and Amplitude 16. Wonderful selection for a full home theater setup, whether you're doing 9.4.6 or 7.4.6. Great solutions. Separates are definitely, in my opinion, a wise investment and something that will make your system sound better every single day for years to come. And what's nice with like the Trinnov specifically, Marantz does not offer this, or really any other manufacturers. With the Trinnovs, we can send them in every time the HDMI boards go bad, and not bad, but you know, when they get outdated. I made another video earlier talking about back in the day we had 480, then 720, 1080, and gosh, our resolution just keeps increasing and different HDMI versions keep coming out. So we'll want to ensure that you know, we recommend specifically for our Dreamedia Plus customers these type of components. So although it's expensive, you feel like it's a one and done. I'm gonna spend a little bit to kind of upgrade things along the way, but I've invested in this McLaren, this Bentley, this Ferrari, and it is sick, right? Like that's what we're targeting. But that's really getting into our customers that are more in the 1000 series and even higher end brands that we have to offer here at Dreamedia. The Focal 1000 series is typically gonna put you somewhere in the price range of, let's say 30 to 80,000, 30 to 100,000, because it really depends on the projector that you choose, because that drastically will change the price point at this level, as well as the interior design can cost 100 grand alone, so or more, many times a lot more. So the Focal 1000 series, it is the next level up. We got the 100 coming in at a 10K, maybe max 15, 20K theater. Then we got our next level of 300 series. I'm putting those into the 10 to 30, the 10 to 50 at the most, depending on if you're an audio guy or a video guy. Some people invest heavier on projection. Some people invest heavier on the audio. Me personally, I like investing in the audio because speakers never go bad. I love my customers, the kids like myself, younger dudes who are getting their dad's stuff, and they're like, check out these tower speakers that my dad had from the 80s and they still work. Like, that's what this is all about, guys. This is a hobby. This is fun. We're out here playing with toys, literally. So enjoy, guys, enjoy this hobby. I know I do, and I'm really grateful that I was put into this industry and able to connect with all of you guys. The 1000 series kind of coming in at that more higher price point, like the Utopia, their flagship front soundstage LCR. That thing's coming in at an $8,000 price tag per speaker. Of course, you're gonna get incredible in-store credits when you purchase big group volume from Dreamedia, and we do guarantee the lowest price cost to all authorized resellers locally as well as on the internet, so that you have peace of mind when you're shopping from us. We also have financing and things like that. So enough with the sales pitch. The 1000 series really hits a unique market, right? It's kind of that customer who they've had speakers before, similar to our Dreamedia Plus program, but they're ready to go to the next level. They have a level of expectation. Typically, they know what good speakers sound like, and they're ready to invest in a system that'll last for years to come. Now, these in-wall speakers, I'd like to mention on the 1000 series, do have these really cool on-wall mounts. So if you're like down in Florida and you got a brick, well, concrete house, or you're somewhere where you maybe got a tile wall, or I don't know, a situation where you can't do in walls, you can then, again, problem solving. That's what we do here at Dreamedia. I love to have solutions ready to go into problem solving situations. These on-wall boxes, we can mount to the wall, and then the in-wall sits in it. So maybe some of the speakers are in the wall, some of them are on the wall, but you can get the same sound signature throughout the entire room. I really love that. One last thing that's really important to notate on really any speakers, not all manufacturers have these, but Focal and particular and all the manufacturers that I carry, we have these things called pre-construction brackets, rough-in brackets. It's like a plastic piece. Let's put an on-screen visual. You got a couple like straps, metal or plastic straps, and then you have a metal or plastic cutout for your in-ceiling or your big in-wall speakers, so that during the new construction phase, we have the ability, again, through our Dreamedia Plus program, sit down, do a lot of planning, make sure all of our wires are sitting right there in our pre-construction bracket, and our drywallers will cut those holes for us so that after you move in, or even maybe potentially before you move in, the AV techs can come pop all those speakers in like that. Saving you on expensive AV labor in addition to minimizing dust in your house. Oh, guys, I hate it. When you guys move into these new homes, beautiful home, you got all your furniture being delivered, new everything. And then the guys, we put drop cloths down, we try to use the vacuums, but we have to cut holes, and the holes just produce a crazy amount of dust throughout the entire home. So something to consider if you're planning a new build or maybe a remodel where you're tearing it down to the studs, get the pre-construction brackets. And for all brands, I have the Dynamat customizable, retrofittable in-ceiling enclosure that's universal to all speakers, and that will help kind of trap the audio, encase the speaker, and stop the audio from reverberating into other rooms, as well as enhance the quality of the audio for the speaker. So inquire about pre-construction brackets and back boxes that can match your design when you're speaking with your specialist. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and found it informative in helping you make a buying decision, as well as feeling empowered. We want you guys to feel comfortable and confident in that buying decision. So watch away, watch these videos, and feel free to schedule a video call with me or one of my team members, and we'll review your situation and we'll hand curate a budget specifically to match your budget and needs. If you want a over-the-top home theater build, a high-performance reference level home theater cinema, a private home cinema, or maybe even a DCI compliant home cinema, if you know what that is, we can do that. As well as your whole house audio, your shades for your windows, automated shades, automated lighting from Lutron Ketra. We have Josh AI for automating everything and tying all your technology together. The whole house audio, the outdoor entertainment, your video walls, projectors, TVs, lights, shades, security cameras, networking, everything, right? So here at Dreamedia, we have different stages. We have that, give us a call and we'll bid you a package. We have the get on the website, buy your equipment, it'll ship to your door. And then we have the Dreamedia Plus concierge service, our Dreamedia Plus service that is extensive design, senior staff, project management, deployment, service, warranty, the full 9 yards. Easy protection all the way through execution, ensuring that your new home theater or full home build is done properly. I have customers that are putting in infinity pools with TVs that pop up from behind the pool, overlooking the city. We're putting in surround systems in backyards. I got living rooms. Customers that don't have a dedicated theater, we're enrolling them in Dreamedia Plus and doing the coolest possible design we can for their living room, since that's their primary space. So it doesn't have to be a dedicated theater is what I'm getting at. I hope you guys enjoyed all of this information and my little chat with you here today. I really value you guys, and I feel extremely blessed for all the support that we've had over the last 14 years. Thank you guys so much. No matter where you are, if you're a new customer, Dreamedia is national and we'd love the opportunity to earn your business. We do have preferred installers in many regions, 28 states currently, and we'd love the opportunity to earn your business. Thank you guys so much. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to smash that subscribe button down below and give me a big thumbs up. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.